Could you walk us through what it feels like to think you're healthy, to maybe even feel you're doing okay, but in reality, there's something going on behind the scenes?
Yeah, I mean, I think there were two sort of things that were a wake-up call for me, and neither of these things happen immediately. I think it's just sometimes the realization that happens immediately. So the first one is I'd always been an athlete my whole life, insanely active, potentially even active to an unhealthy level. And, the focus of that obsession had always shifted, but at the point in the story that we're talking about, at this point, I was sort of a ultra-distance swimmer. So I was, probably in the water swimming 24 to 28 hours a week, plus, other types of training. Yet, I found out, this is probably around 15 years ago, that, well, actually on top of that, I was sort of insulin resistant. I was overweight. And again, not that I didn't know I was overweight. You can realize that, but that I was sort of insulin resistant. And, that's sort of the first step on the way towards type 2 diabetes. It was really at that time that I also, I think, confronted my own family history. So just within my genes, the acknowledgement that, basically every man in my family died prematurely of heart disease. And in some cases, very prematurely, in their 40s. Those two realizations in my mid-30s, which also happened to coincide with the birth of my daughter, which was my first child, was a real wake-up call. And the realization that, I needed to figure something out so that I didn't just, march down the footsteps of what seemed to be my destiny.